Like.
React.
Always punctual you are. That's my reaction. Share.
Tag.
Who's that? Okay. Welcome to a brand new episode of Tech It Out.
Back in 2004, on February 4th, Facebook was born, changing our lives forever.
And that's exactly what we're celebrating on Tech It Out this week. On the show today, a celebration of the birth of the biggest game changer of our time, Facebook.
Tech It Out's cheat sheet to the best social media practices to up your social media game.
And memes, trolls, and a lot more.
Can you deactivate your Facebook account for a week?
I bet most of you can't.
And just 13 years ago, Facebook did not even exist.
Yep, that's right. On the 4th of February back in 2004, Mark Zuckerberg gave birth to Facebook in his Harvard University dorm room.
What started as the Facebook in the universities of Columbia, Stanford, Yale, and a handful of others in the United States and Canada went on to becoming the most accessed website in the world after Google in just 7 years of its existence.
We've laughed, cried, and vented on Facebook.
We've stalked, investigated, and busted people on Facebook.
We've checked in, tagged, and made people famous on Facebook.
And we can't imagine our lives without Facebook.
So here's a token of our love and appreciation to you, Facebook. Happy birthday.
Just 14 years back, a group of 4 boys changed the game of social media and human existence forever. Yes, at the age of 20, while most of us are still figuring out our lives, Mark Zuckerberg was busy coding away Facebook. From 1 million to 1 billion users today, the entire world is on Facebook. Well, almost. From being a morning essential to something that replaced our night prayers, Facebook has definitely been an important part. And as Facebook turns 14, we throw back to the major features and trends that has ruled our lives in the last 14 years. The like button. Ever wondered how many times do you hit that like button on your page, or the times that you eagerly wait to see the likes that you have got on your shared posts? Scroll, like, scroll, like. It was only in the year 2009 that Facebook introduced the like button feature. And yes, this was the year we could say bye-bye to MSN. Not to forget, the like button came with the pressure of greater popularity. Because obviously, the real deal was to cross at least 100. Tags, a phase when all your best friends were tagging you in your favorite pictures. From the one who eats a lot to the one who sleeps a lot. Everything in one picture. And if that wasn't enough, then nothing could be worse than being tagged in your own ugly pictures. So, this one's to the stock of all the ugly pictures that were used wisely. The timeline. In the year 2012, Facebook introduced the timeline. A smart visual organization of everything one posted on Facebook. A feature which helped us to humiliate our friends or to hold them to ransom for what they posted on their wall years back. Trust me, those years weren't really glorious. Display pictures and statuses. Because feeling emo was not good enough, so one had to put up profile pictures to justify how they felt. This was the time when a lot of us didn't just keep Avril Lavigne or random gothic character pictures as our profile pictures, but also used song lyrics to vent out our feelings. Games. Just when the gaming consoles were becoming passé, Farmville, Candy Crush and Criminal Case became even bigger addictions than Facebook. Thanks to Facebook themselves. Good way to kill time when you had plenty or even not for that matter. But those never-ending notifications were definitely annoying. Check-ins. If there was one subtle way to show off how much fun you were having while leaving the world behind you or not, eating out or not, gymming or not, it was by checking in. The check-in feature gained so much popularity that people checked into almost everything possible, whether it existed or not. update? The status update obsession took to another level when we started posting every single activity on Facebook. From going to bed to taking a shower, to eating a salad or hitting the gym. There was nothing like too much information. But on the brighter side, Facebook statuses opened up a space for people to freely opinionate and express. From their long political rants, personal movie critiquing, or an anecdote from back in the time, this is a place you can write whatever and however much. Memes. Over the last 2 years, nothing on Facebook has trended like the holy memes. With the birth of memes, one didn't need to update a status about how they felt. All they had to do is just post a relatable meme. You talk of a life situation and you have a meme relating to it. It's not just an image, it's a feeling. And it's even better when it's a Biden and an Obama one. Newsfeed and live videos. Since the very beginning, Facebook has always been about ruling the game. Now became the platform that would feed you news. And this was the moment the clickbait game got real dirty. I mean for real. While Periscope and Meerkat opened the door to live videos, Facebook came in like a boss. Live coverage of a music festival to random live coverage of your house party. Facebook Live has indeed become everyone's favorite. The world of broadcasting media is rapidly adopting Facebook Live as the platform for real-time storytelling and journalism. Well, I think it's time. TV, you are so done, bro. If no one else, then at least Facebook wanted to know what's on your mind. If nothing else, then the excitement of sharing a big news on Facebook helped you get going. We became online stalkers and sometimes online sensations. To the pups, the cats and the babies that are more famous than us. The last 14 years have been amazing with you, Facebook. God knows what we'd do without you. Happy birthday, game changer!
Okay, be honest, okay? Seriously, like, just be totally honest.
Always am.
How long has it been since you've used Facebook last? Minutes, seconds? How long?
I just checked my Facebook before walking in.
That's what I thought. At least you're being honest today. I like that. I appreciate that. And also the viewers appreciate
Never
that.
tried deactivating, never tried taking a break from Facebook. But I do know I have to take a break from you, and you guys should do that too.
But don't go anywhere as we come back with the ultimate social media cheat sheet for you guys. And while we bring honest, she's been stalking me since we started the show, by the way, okay? Since the first day I walked into office, she's been stalking me on Facebook. That's what she does.
I have better people to stalk, Sai. I'll stalk women over you.
Please, okay. Really? Nice. All right, on that positive note, break. Welcome back. You're watching Tech It Out on WION. Now, what was your most embarrassing social media moment?
Was it when you spelled out a social media shorthand incorrectly?
Or was it when you posted a picture on Instagram without using a caption?
Well, we've all had our share of social media blunders.
But just to save you the embarrassment, here's a cheat sheet to social media best practices for you to turn around your social media game completely and instantly. The number of us using Instagram is increasing by the day. But are we using it the right way? Well, you might be using it the right way, but you might not be using it smartly. But that's fine, because I'm here to give you 3 simple tips which will help you make the most out of the photo sharing service and at the same time increase your follower base. Tip 1. Don't use the Instagram camera. Because using the Instagram camera means unlocking your phone, going to Instagram, opening the app, and finally tapping the camera button. In all that time, you've lost the perfect click. Honestly, just use the native camera app. It opens in seconds and take multiple shots, which can be taken to Instagram for editing and sharing. Tip 2. The 6-filter formula. With so many filters available in Instagram, it at times becomes difficult to decide which one to actually use. You select one, move to another, and then the other, come back to the first one, but you're still undecided. Now, if you ever find yourself in that situation, then don't panic. Just keep in mind the 6-filter formula, LJL, VXL. It's made of the first letters of these filters, Lark, Juno, Ludwig, Valencia, X Pro 2 and low fee. Having personally used it for long, trust me when I tell you this, one of them is guaranteed to give you a satisfactory result. Tip 3. Use captions. A caption, however long it may be, adds more value to the photo and calls forth the desired emotions. If there is a story to tell, the captions can tell it more than the photo by itself. For example, just take a look at this picture. Does it make any sense without a caption? No, right? Now take a look at the same picture but with a caption. Doesn't that put things into perspective? Also, photos with captions hold attention longer than the ones without any. While some photos may be self-explanatory, it is still better to add captions so as to leave no room for ambiguity.
I remember the first time someone said ASL to me in a chat room. I had no idea whether this person was making a typo or actually meant something by ASL. Turns out this person actually meant to ask me my age, sex and location, and once I found out, there was no looking back. Now oftentimes all of us get stuck with the FOMOs and the JKLOLs from the world of social media. But as always, tech it out to your rescue. So here's a cheat sheet to social media shorthands that you must keep handy at all times. Beginning with the basics, FB stands for Facebook, IG for Instagram and YT for YouTube. DM is short for direct message, LOL for laugh out loud and ROFL for roll on floor laughing. Now FTW is for the win, and much to my dismay I actually thought FTW meant something completely different. TBH also that I recently found out means to be honest. Now you can be assured TBH is to be honest. FOMO or FOMO as I like to call it means fear of missing out. Now JK is short for just kidding, ICYMI for in case you missed it, and YOLO for you only live once. Now SMH is short for shaking my head, which I recently found out is a shorthand. I didn't even know this one existed. Now IDC is short for I don't care and IDK is short for I don't know, and when you put these together, IDK IDC is I don't know, I don't care. Now the most popular shorthand of all times hit the internet last year. BAE or BAE stands for before anyone else. GG stands for good game, IKR for I know right, TBT for throwback Thursday, and IMO for in my opinion. TTYL stands for talk to you later, TTYS for talk to you soon, and TTYN for talk to you never. So you TC and we will TTYS soon.
Now a lot of you out there use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but the million-dollar question is, are you using it the right way? And I'm assuming that some of you are not using it the right way, otherwise, this story would be completely useless. But if you are one of those people who are not using it the right way, then you're in luck, because I'm here to give you some tips, some practices to make you a better social media user. So that's my gift to you, because I'm generous like that. Now language is crucial, language is key, and at the end of the day, language is what attracts people, because how you write is just as important as what you write. Now, I'm not asking you to be all Shakespearean about it, but it doesn't really hurt that you use full stops from time to time, and you don't have to use ellipses after every other word. Honestly, it's just annoying. So, if you express yourself better, I assure you, people will take notice, and you might just get a few extra likes if you're lucky. Now, timing is king. The best time to post on Facebook and Twitter is about 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. and on Instagram is approximately 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm not making this up. According to companies and agencies out there, this is the time, around this time, consumer engagement is the highest. And remember, your content can be the best in the world, but it's completely pointless if there's no one to actually see it. And please don't vent or rant, because you have your girlfriend or you have your boyfriend for that. People don't need to know on social media the bad day you've had at office. It's not fair on them. They don't appreciate it, and people just in general find it annoying. And also, if a future boss is searching for you, he might come across these rants, and you might not be put in such a good light in front of a future boss. So just stay away from ranting. I mean, we're not saying don't express yourself, but don't vent. You don't have to. You're better than that. Please don't abuse on social media. Bad language is a big no-no, okay? Stay away from it. We understand that, you're disappointed about something or you're angry about something, but don't use cuss words, okay? You know what I'm talking about, Sejal? That one's for you. Now, it's easy to fall for a hoax online, we understand that, but that's where your reasoning is expected, because it's okay to share something on somebody's timeline, but before you do that, make sure you verify it's not a hoax, because if it is a hoax and you keep posting it on somebody else's timeline, they're going to find it annoying and it will somewhat affect your credibility in the social media circle. Now, jokes are all well and good, but make sure you don't post anything that's sexist or racist or misogynist or homophobic. Donald Trump. Cyberbullying is just not acceptable. Donald Trump does it all the time. Okay, so make sure you choose the moral high ground, okay? And make sure you choose your words very carefully.
It's time now for a short break on the show, but don't go anywhere.
Because when we come back with the exciting world of memes and trolls. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching Tech It Out on World is One News. Now, right before we went into a break, we gave you some insights into how to up your social media game.
And it's safe to say our virtual lives have become more real than our real lives.
While before Facebook came into being, debates were limited to auditoriums and news channels.
But with the advent of social media, the debates became bigger and bigger in our virtual world.
And as the nature of these debates became more volatile with time, trolls and memes found their way to social media.
While of these, some made us laugh out loud, yet others managed to be in bad taste.
But one thing's for sure, memes and trolls are big across the spectrum of social media.
And they have a story to tell. Evolution or de-evolution, we let you decide that. You're still going to talk about Donald Trump, aren't you?
The story of social media is incomplete without the mention of trolls and memes. Just when Facebook's text-heavy updates become a little monotonous and Twitter's 140 characters restrict users from fully expressing themselves, well, the new trend of memes took over. Beginning with photos of furry little cats and dogs, followed by kids in 2014, users then went to turn iconic scenes from movies of famous characters like Mr. Bean, Captain Jack Sparrow into, quote, "I did it," and "like a boss." The run for expressing oneself did not end with just the "like a boss" post, but went on to involve the actual bosses. Be it former President Barack Obama or the real Donald Trump, everyone's got a meme Hall of Fame. And as more people started using social media to express themselves, the more viral the memes became. Sometimes funny, other times just plain old nasty, even offensive. Then the snaps turned into GIFs. And then the mobility added to the fun. One-liners with a second-long video took the game to the next level. Political parties also joined the league, and memes with oppositional leaders' photos were widely used to downplay the latter. And when it comes to downplaying someone on social media, how can we not talk about trolls? From India to the US to Europe, this species of social media users are found across the globe. But what initially seemed like people just expressing their funny side while discussing politically heavy issues eventually turned into an ugly practice. Terms like troll army started surfacing. Be it your own opinion on political events or cultural. If you're not falling in their frame of, quote, what is right, well, just be careful. You can be abused, called names, or even receive death threats. While memes and trolls do add some zing to our social media feeds, they can be offensive and heartbreaking. While one should laugh at these few funny memes and trolls, sometimes you also have to struggle with the offensive ones. What we can suggest is express yourself, be creative, have fun, and just don't be offensive.
And that's all the time we have on this episode of Tech It Out. We really hope you enjoyed the show.
Give us a thumbs up on Facebook and YouTube, or tweet to us at @WION_TechItOut with your suggestions. We love to hear from you.
We also go live on Facebook every Friday at 7 p.m.
Keep watching World is One News for all the news and updates from around the world. We'll see you next week. See you.
Take care.